After weeks of devastating conflict, a glimmer of hope has emerged in the Middle East. Israel and Hamas, the militant group controlling the Gaza Strip, appear to be nearing a ceasefire agreement. This fragile truce, brokered by international mediators in Doha, Qatar, centers around the phased release of hostages held by Hamas. The conflict has tragically claimed thousands of lives, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. International pressure has been mounting for a resolution, with the humanitarian crisis in Gaza reaching catastrophic proportions. The world watches with bated breath, hoping that this fragile ceasefire can pave the way for a more peaceful future. At the heart of this emerging ceasefire deal lies the deeply sensitive issue of hostages. Hamas is expected to release 33 hostages in the first phase of the agreement, a move seen as a crucial confidence-building measure. While the exact identities of those to be released remain unclear, Israel believes most are still alive. These hostages, captured during Hamas's initial incursion into Israel on October 7th, have become potent symbols of the conflict's human toll. Families of the hostages have endured agonizing weeks, clinging to hope for their loved ones' safe return. The hostage release underscores the complex dynamics at play in this conflict. Hamas, by agreeing to this initial release, appears to be signaling its willingness to engage in negotiations. The release of these hostages represents not just a bargaining chip, but a deeply human element in a conflict often defined by its intractability. The emerging ceasefire deal, while still being finalized in Doha, hinges on a series of phased steps and concessions from both sides. The first phase involves the release of 33 hostages currently held by Hamas. This initial step is intended to build trust and pave the way for more substantive negotiations on a lasting ceasefire. The second phase will delve into the thornier issues at the heart of the conflict. These include the contentious topics of a buffer zone along the Gaza border and the potential release of Palestinian prisoners held by Israel. One key sticking point is the size of the proposed buffer zone inside Gaza. Israel is pushing for a significantly larger buffer zone of 2,000 meters, citing security concerns. Despite these challenges, both sides have expressed cautious optimism about the prospects of a deal. While the emerging ceasefire deal offers a glimmer of hope, the path towards a lasting peace remains long and arduous. Numerous challenges lie ahead, and both sides will need to demonstrate unwavering commitment to dialogue and compromise. One of the most pressing challenges is the deep mistrust that exists between Israel and Hamas. Building trust will require both sides to move beyond past grievances and engage in good faith negotiations. Another significant challenge is the complex political landscape on both sides. Israel's current government faces pressure from within to take a hard line against Hamas. Similarly, Hamas faces its own internal divisions, with some factions advocating for a more confrontational approach. Despite these challenges, the emerging ceasefire deal presents a unique opportunity to address the root causes of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. As the world focuses on the intricacies of ceasefire negotiations, it is crucial to remember the human cost of this ongoing conflict. Beyond the headlines and political rhetoric lie the stories of ordinary people whose lives have been irrevocably altered by the violence. In Gaza, the humanitarian crisis has reached catastrophic proportions. Hospitals are overwhelmed, essential supplies are dwindling, and the civilian population is struggling to survive amidst the rubble. The conflict has also exacted a heavy toll on Israel. Rocket attacks from Gaza have instilled fear and disrupted daily life for millions. Amidst the political posturing, it is easy to lose sight of the human faces behind the statistics. Ultimately, a lasting peace can only be achieved if it addresses the needs and aspirations of all people in the region.